Hey guys, and welcome back to Castle Crush, and today we are going to be doing another all legendary cards deck. And today we have all the legendary cards, all 12 of them, plus 2 mana rituals so that I can be able to get out the dragon a little more easily, as well as get the Valkyrie out a little bit faster. And honestly, it's a fun deck that can be kind of competitive, but it depends. It's hard because a lot of the cards don't really have great synergy together, except I would say the necromancer does work well with a lot of these other legendary cards. So once I can get the necromancer and the Valkyrie out and, you know, like a dragon, I can be in very competitive shape against opponents, but navigating the early to mid game is very difficult. Just because there are a lot of cards I could play, like the Dark Angel and the Skull Queen. Like the Skull Queen without skeletons isn't super useful. It's not like worth using a mana ritual to get out there, nor is the Dark Angel unless I have a specific card to play it against. So, you know, and then trying to get to the dragon just is time consuming. So it really seems like the card I'm aiming for is the Valkyrie. But the problem is, you know, it's hard to play things in the early game. So if I can get to the mid or late game with this deck, I have a much better chance of actually winning the match. Because by that point, I can actually play a lot more of my cards. And so here's the other thing. 2 of my early game cards are the Storm Elemental and the Phoenix. And the problem is neither of those cards really go well one-on-one, especially after you've initially played them. The Phoenix is a support card in most situations, unless it's really large. And the Storm Elemental takes a lot of time to get to the point where it can go one-on-one against most other cards. Eventually get to the point where it's really good one-on-one, but not in the very early start of the match. So it's not really the best card to lead out with. Phoenix is okay to lead out with, but it's not like I'm running Gust of Wind, so, you know, I kind of just end up losing it. It is like a small distraction. So my early game presence in with this deck isn't super good. The best card I have to really lead out with, probably the Shaman or the Hollow Knight, but the Hollow Knight is just kind of risky. So, or the Dark Angel can work well if I get it in the right situation, but the Dark Angel has always been kind of a bad legendary, and the real reason is its speed. It's just too slow. It's just such a slow card. It gives your opponent so much time to find a way to counter it, and it's really obvious what not to do if the Dark Angel is there, like, you know. But at the same time, like, you can feed the Dark Angel skeletons and just easily delay it, like, kind of indefinitely by just feeding it a ton of stuff. Like, if you put a necromancer with skeletons in front of a Dark Angel, it's not going to get past it for a long time. Like, it may get really huge, but it's not actually a threat in that situation because it's being delayed indefinitely. So from that perspective, the Dark Angel is just kind of a bad card. Even though it can be okay in the right situations. But I would say the Skull Queen is almost equally bad without any skeletons like there is in this deck. It's not really a great card either. I mean, all it can do is just melee, and if it catches things up close, that's good, but otherwise, it's not so good. And again, I start out with a Storm Elemental, and that was a bad play. I'm not going to lie, that was a bad play, playing the Hollow Knight right into that Spike statue. I should have been a little smarter than that. I kind of underestimated how much damage the Spike statue was going to do, even though I know it does a lot of damage to cards because I use it on a regular basis. Yeah, that didn't work out so well either. Not a great start for me. But I do potentially have a good situation there with the... I'm trying to decide if I wanted to Black Witch the bottom lane or use the Vampire. I really wanted to use the Vampire, so I was like, alright, we're going to do that. But unfortunately, they have a gust of wind. And tough start to this match. Really tough start to it, but I decided to try and save the Phoenix. And that proved to be, I think, a good decision here, probably. And I try to just get things set up a little bit. The dragon looks like a good play, because maybe I can flip those Hollow Knights. And I'm able to flip them, which is suddenly big because I have control in 2 lanes. And I'm about to have control in a 3rd, so I'm thinking about how I want to do this. And I'm like, alright, yeah, let's play the dragon. Once the dragon comes out there, I have a much better chance in these matches. Because the dragon is just it's a powerful card. And now I am cleaning up these Orcs hordes. And things are looking much, much better. Although they somehow managed to flip both of the Hollow Knights, which is an interesting twist. But yeah, ends up still going my way here. And then I dropped the double Black Witch for fun. But yeah, that was a hard-fought match. And was lucky to manage to turn that around. But as you'll see in some other matches, the dragon repeatedly was a card that helped me turn around some matches that I was definitely losing with this deck. Because once I get the dragon out, some of these cards are good support cards. For example, you know, Phoenix. Phoenix, Archer Queen, even Vampire to a degree is good with other support cards that I can sort of work with. Unfortunately, though, right here, they had a really good rush. They killed my Vampire, and I was like, I thought that was it. I was pretty sure that was it. That was game over. So I pretty much decide I'm going to try a Black Witch combo right there. And somehow, incredibly, that actually worked. I put down the Skull Queen and the Black Witch at the same, you know, within the same time frame. Was able to use the Skull Queen to block so that the Black Witch didn't get killed as I was playing it. And then somehow I get the dragon out just in time to play in front of that Reaper stack. I mean, absurd plays. And then I'm going in for another Black Witch. And I'm like, oh no, I have to play the dragon. I don't have time to help the Black Witch out. Somehow I get the dragon down with 218 health left. Unbelievable. I'm just trying to do anything I can do to block those 2 lanes. The top lane is still in play. Oh my goodness. Somehow, some way, I had like no business still being in this match. I don't even know how I just did that. It was really that the Skull Queen Black Witch combo to just block for the Black Witch for a split second. I was somehow able to mount a comeback. That was an insane comeback in that match. Anyways, that is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this legendary cards only deck. All legendary cards in the same deck challenge here again. So leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments and what other types of content I should create. Maybe subscribe if you're new to my channel. And thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.